Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be taking a tour of our homeschool room, which is the room I'm sitting in right now. And so it's a very exciting thing. I know a few people have requested to see what our room looks like or to talk a little bit more about what's in it. So I'm excited to do that with you today. And if you are new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource so that we can learn and grow together. And I will post videos like this, tours of our homeschool room, our closet, how we organize things, the different curriculum we use, and some unboxings of some fun resources that my kids have enjoyed. And so if you're interested in those things, please subscribe below. And if you have any other things you'd like to see or for me to talk about in relation to homeschooling or parenting, please comment with those below and I would love to address those issues. And before we start on the full tour, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this room. So when we first started homeschooling in California, we didn't have a set space for homeschooling because it wasn't part of the plan. We were renting a house and you just would walk in and it was a big formal dining area. And we're not formal people here, let's be honest. And so we did not need that space. So for a few months it just sat pretty empty until we're kind of forced into homeschooling. And so we decided to convert that space into a homeschooling space. So you'd walk into our house, into our schoolroom. And I'm not a super messy person, but it wasn't my favorite just having everything right there. And that was the first thing you saw when you came into our house. And also not everything would fit there. We didn't have enough storage right there. So a lot of extra supplies was kept in a spare bedroom, which was on the other side of the house. So it was just kind of all over the place and wasn't my favorite. So when we found out we were gonna move and we were coming to Utah where we could actually afford to buy a house, unlike in California, I wanted a space that could be our homeschool space, either a large office or a room, preferably on the main floor. And so we found this house, and this space was originally a hair salon. So it has a door that goes to the outside, which is right behind me. And then it has a bathroom and a huge closet that they used for hair supplies and stuff like that. And we just covered up all the plumbing and put drywall over and just fixed up the walls and everything. And so now it just looks like a normal room that we have turned into our homeschool space. And so let's get started on our tour. Okay, so as we're gonna enter this room, I put a motto on the outside door: enter to learn, go forth to serve, which is also on my blog and just kind of our theme for our homeschool room is as we're learning these things, we're doing it with a purpose to go out and serve. And so I think every homeschool room should have some sort of motto that kind of drives what you're doing and helps your kids to know what your focus is. So this is the initial scope of our room here. Da-da-da-da. So exciting. So first off, as we're coming in here, there's going to be a lot of things that express what we believe. We are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, if you didn't already know that or hadn't figured it out from other things I've said. So there's a lot of Christian things in here. We study the Bible and the Book of Mormon, and we've been studying the Book of Mormon this year. So there'll be some different things in here in relation to the things we've been studying in the scriptures and just overall our belief in God. And I think that that's really important, especially if you want a Christian-based homeschool, incorporate it into everything you do, which we really love. So first off, like I said, there's a lot of doors in this room and there's a huge window, which is great for the natural light, but takes up a lot of my wall space. And so I use my doors for activities. And so right here, we'll see some of our church stuff. So we were talking about the plan of salvation, so that's on our door. So I kind of have this space designated. If I have visuals or stuff for our scripture study that we're talking about, it goes on this door right here. And then over here, first of all, we have a filing cabinet down here, which houses a lot of school supplies, things to do with the ABCs, different activities, and just anything that I need to kind of file away or extra schoolwork for the year. And so that's down in this filing cabinet. And this filing cabinet is either from wayfair.com or Jocelyn, Maine, I don't remember, I can look it up and link it down below. But on here we have this bin, which is from Hobby Lobby. Forgive my camera skills. So this bin right here is kind of just our everyday bin or our weekly bin. So what I put in here is books, like we've been reading the Magic Treehouse books, so I'll put that in there. And then this still has stuff left over from spring since we just finished school. And so I actually have something to show you because our room is a little bit bare because we're not actually in school right now. So we have spring books in here. I just talked about this book in one of my favorite parenting books. So Good Pictures, Bad Pictures is in there. Again, just all these things about spring with flowers and leaves and stems. And then we like to play bingo a lot to review our scripture study. And so we have bingo cards in here. And then Road Trip the US, which is from Confessions of a Homeschooler, which I can put that down below. A lot of this room, a lot of the stuff I use is very much inspired by her. And then our scripture stuff is also in here. So this is just stuff we're gonna be using for the week. Books we're reading, different curriculum we're using. So I just can kind of prepare it all in here and then it's just ready to go when I need it. So on this wall, this is kind of our circle time. We don't do actually circle time, but so we have a clock up here, which is from Hobby Lobby, one of my favorite places ever. So that clock's up there. This calendar I just got from Walmart when they did their back to school stuff. It was just like maybe $3 or $5. It was super cheap. So they have the different month names you can switch out, and then it has these different like stickers over here you can use for the different holidays. It has these different cutouts also, and I just put the tack, the blue tack on the back, and we use that to mark our days. And then it has birthday stuff. So the only reason this calendar is changed to June and not still May is because my daughter's birthday is right here, and she really wanted this calendar to be changed so she could see her birthday on it. So there it is. So as you can see, this calendar is not changed to June, it's still May. So this is just a Melissa and Doug calendar. So you can see a little bit better. So up here, it has like where you put the month, the days, and then you can go through yesterday, today, tomorrow. You can talk about the weather, the seasons, activities you're going to do, holidays, how you feel, the weather. So I really like how it talks about a variety of different things. So we kind of just go through this to help my kids understand calendars and just how a day works. And so then all the extra pieces are down here. So it has a lot of different options for holidays and activities and stuff you can do. And then this calendar, I bought it last year, but it has up till 2021. So you can use it for several years, or you could just write in the year after. Right here, you probably just use a dry erase marker if you wanted to keep using it after you didn't have any more options from them. On this side, we have our Pledge of Allegiance, which I think I just found on Pinterest and printed it out and laminated it. And then we have our countdown to our 100 days of school. And we only do school 4 days a week, just Monday through Thursday. And I don't know exactly how it's going to work in the fall because we have some different things going on. And we're going to do a charter school, which is 1 day a week. So I'll have to let you know how that goes. And so it took us longer to get to 100 days because of only doing 4 days. But to celebrate, we went to a museum. So we went to the Treehouse Museum in Ogden, Utah, and it was a lot of fun for my kids, just something different on a school day that we don't normally do. So that's how we celebrated. I also have this clock up here, which I think is just from the dollar store, and we use it occasionally, but not all the time. And then there's a thermometer over here that sometimes we use inside, sometimes outside. Sometimes we put it in this closet right here because it's just in the winter time. This closet is freezing. So we'll put it in there just to see what the temperature is. And up here is our map of the United States. So this idea is from Confessions of a Homeschooler. I've been using her Roadmap the US curriculum, which I'll link below or in my blog. Sorry, I'm like wobbling all over the place. But so she uses a similar idea. She used 2 maps that were the same, but I didn't have one of the maps I liked the best. I didn't have 2 of, and I couldn't get another one. And so I just traced the map and then I cut it up. So these are all the little cut up pieces up here. And so then I cut it up and laminated all of them. And then I just put Velcro on the back as we talk about them. Woo! So there's that. And these states up here are cut into bunches because they're so small. And so it would be hard to cut them out separately. So we use that. So far we've only just done New England area. And then we have a few leftovers over here for you. These are just, we were talking about life cycles of different things. And so I left those up so our room wasn't completely bare for you. And then up here is, like I mentioned before, our Book of Mormon timeline. So it goes mostly around the room. Not all the way, it goes over here a little bit too. Sorry, the light is blinding. So this is something we'd also use to review. So we do bingo, and then we would also at the end of talking about a section of scripture, I'd find printouts, just whatever I could find by Googling it. And I'd print them out and then we just write something about them. And I just had butcher paper that I got off of Amazon, and we just put it on there and then put it up in sections, and that's kind of how we would review what we had just studied. So if you look here, these are the desks that we use, and we have 3 of them right now because my 4th child is only 2, so she doesn't use one yet. But these are from IKEA. The chair and the desk and the drawers are all from IKEA, and I'll do a separate video about the drawers because that's our workbox system, which is also from Confessions of a Homeschooler, and our work is all in there and our kids just go down the drawers for their schoolwork. And then up here, just some random things on the wall, some artwork, some Bossy R pages, which I think are from the Moffat girls, whom I also love. And then some reminders for my little girl, Alana, so that she can remember her letters, because sometimes she forgets, which is fine. And so she has that down there. And then these boards, I had got one for each of my kids, are from CCR Metals, and I will put a link down below. And I have been looking for some sort of board to put their artwork on because I hate stuff on the fridge. It drives me insane. And our fridge in California was not magnetic, so that wasn't even an option. And so I found these, I think through looking on Etsy. And this is 22 by 22, and I think it's $42 for this. And so I just got them all for the 4 at the same time because I didn't want to get to my youngest and then go looking for one and not have the same one. So she doesn't have a desk yet, but hers is still on the wall on the other side of the room. So I really like these, so you'll see those around a lot. And then along with our traveling the United States, the Confessions of a Homeschooler also does animals. And she calls them God's animals as well. She is Christian also. And so I really liked that. And again, just that Christian focus in our homeschool room. And so we talked about each of the categories of the animals. And then these animals are all ones that are found in the New England area. So when we talk about some of the other regions, we'll take these off. But she has these all made up for you in her curriculum. So if you purchase it, you can get all these pictures and print them out. So we really liked doing that. And then this is Mazer's desk, and he loves Pokemon. Pokemon everywhere. And so he has his pictures of Pokemon, and again, just a few things up there in the same desk. So on this wall, we have my wonderful artistic abilities, so do not judge me. But this is I just bought these lined pieces of paper off of Amazon, and this is what we use sometimes for writing if we're brainstorming together or for scripture study, apparently. My horrible drawing of the armor of God, so do not sign me up for any art contest. I will lose. So there's that you can use that for, and we like having it just, I like to have it just in case we need to draw or have something big that everyone can see, because I don't have a whiteboard. I didn't really have a good place to put one. And so this is kind of our whiteboard. And then up here is just a map of the United States. And on this side, I have one of the world. These are both from little passports. And so I think you can only get them if you get little passports. But I really like their maps, and we tried out a few of their things, and so that's where these maps came from. So then here is my desk. And then underneath is some stuff from my 2-year-old. And just some little activities for her to do and stuff. And that drawer under there, if you can kind of see it, is also from IKEA. It was like $15 maybe, I can't even remember. So it just has some puzzles and blocks and alphabet stuff she can play with when we're in here together. So on my desk, I have, let's go here first. So this is a prize box. We'll bring it down. You guys can see it. So if the kids get like get 100% or just have a good day, or we play bingo and they win, they can pick something out of the prize box. And so we have erasers, pens, there's these cool pencils that stack on top of each other, Pokemon cards. Again, my kids love Pokemon, different types of erasers. So most of the things I've just found on Amazon, and I just replace them every about 6 months. Not necessarily replace, but add to it, because we just go through them, since they're usually picking a prize from it every day. That's why they're just small little things that they can pick from. So there's that. And then this has a lot of our art supplies. Watch out, I might drop this on my head. Okay, so this is, the carousel itself is from Michael's. And if you get a coupon, then they're pretty cheap. And so I just fill this with markers. These are stamped markers from Melissa and Doug. So we like those. I just bought those on Amazon. And we refilled this at Christmas time. So before it had normal colored pencils, now we have the twistable ones. We have some scented markers. There's just normal markers here, pencils, note cards. That's basically it. And sometimes in the drawers, I'll have sticky notes or tape if I need those things as well. So that's for my kids. And then this one is mine. So this holder is from Hobby Lobby again. Where else would it be from? So we have this holder, and then this one is mine because it has mostly permanent markers in it. So I use the permanent markers to draw on our lined paper over there. And then it also has dry erase markers, and then just some fun pens that sometimes the kids use, sometimes it's just me. We might use them for grading or whatever. So that's that. And then obviously my books over here. That's not all of them. Those are just the ones I need to read or review. And then this pencil sharpener, if you were wondering, is from Costco. I think just at the beginning of the school year, they always had those. So then over here, so we have the signs for Lydia and Manti. So this is Manti's desk. And he also on his desk has the turn-in tray for everyone, because I just haven't found a better place to put it, and he doesn't use his desk as much as everyone else does. And so if they have work in workbooks, they just leave that in their drawers. But if they have a individual paper, then they'll put it in the tray. And there's only 3 right now, and they just go in order of age, so they know which one's theirs. And they turn it in, and I can look over and see how it all went. So, and then right now we have buttons on their desks, and you probably have seen some buttons around. And we work for kind of allowance and reward system using buttons if they do different chores or extra help. And I'll be changing to money probably in the fall because of some ideas from Viral Parenting, the book. And so I will probably switch that around and let you know how that goes. So that's why you're seeing buttons, is because they use those. And then over here it has their chores, and then the rewards, like how many buttons they have to get before they can win something. And then there is this huge empty space up here, which might have eventually been covered by timeline if we kept going with that. But I also used it for, use it for when we have big projects going on or something that's a theme for the whole month. So like for Black History Month, which was in February, we put up a whole bunch of, I had posters that I cut out like for Ruby Bridges and for Rosa Parks, for Martin Luther. So like for Rosa Parks, I cut out a huge bus and we read about her, wrote her name on the bus, some facts, and then hung it up on the wall. So it's a good space for stuff that's gonna be there for a while. So those things are up for a whole month, and I have a picture I can post up here so you can see it as well. So that's what I kind of like to use that for, at least at the moment. All right, I hope you all enjoyed the tour. Something I did forget to mention. I'm just gonna kind of scan back here. So there's this huge rug on the floor, I don't know if you noticed, and there's these two little chairs just chilling out right there. So there was a table there like a month ago, and my two boys thought it'd be fun to wrestle on it, and the table didn't like it and it broke, so there is no longer a table. So I don't know for sure what we're gonna do with this space. My toddler would usually sit at the table. She just sat on the floor for the last few weeks of school, or sat in a chair without a table. So we'll see if we put something there or not. We have a small picnic, like foldable picnic bench thing, so maybe we'll just use that, I don't know. But that's why there's no table there, and there's this huge empty space in the middle of the room. There used to be a table. But I hope you enjoyed that tour. And again, if you have questions or were like confused about what something was, or I was talking too fast or whatever, just let me know and comment below. And remember to subscribe if you're interested in learning more about our homeschool experience. Thanks.